On behalf of Monterey College, welcome to our virtual information session on the exciting developments of our 2022 curriculum called Pathways. My name is Fiona Mulhall and I'm the Deputy Principal here at Monterey College. Our MSc Charism, or Ethos, Heart Spirituality, is a way of expressing who we are as individuals. This new program is demonstration of that. We encourage our students to follow their hearts, passions and interests. I now introduce our principal, Mr. Jonathan Rowe, who will outline the changes as well as introduce some other members of the team who support the learning of our students.
Thank you, Fiona, and welcome to Pathways. Pathways is not only the name of our new program, but it's a significant focus in the direction of the college for 2022. These pathways support every student at our school to be the very best that they can be. The changes support emerging educational trends and the needs of the students as we go forward into the future. In this video, we will outline the changes for 2022, remembering it is not a revolution, but an evolution in the life and the rich history of Monterey College. It represents a once-in-a-generational renewal that will enable the college to continue to build its vision, a future-focused vision, to meet and exceed the challenges and the changing world that our students face. We will be providing answers to some of the questions we have already received and encourage and welcome more questions as you watch this video by emailing the address on screen. All questions and answers will be compiled into a document that we will provide to you shortly. I would like to remind you of some of the key dates for our subject selections. Subject selections will open on Wednesday the 11th of August and remain open for 2 weeks and close on Wednesday the 25th of August. I encourage you to have those important conversations with your child as they go through this process. In developing Pathways, we surveyed students, applied best practice, utilised the creativity of our staff and developed some wonderful programs. You'll hear all the details shortly, but before we begin, I'd like to introduce you to Josh Bell, our Learning Diversity Coach, a new role here at Monterey College.
Thanks, Jonathan. Hi, everyone. I've joined the team at Monterey a couple of months ago now. After a fairly long career working in Western Australia, I had 3 very different education roles in WA, those being a classroom teacher, a school principal, and also an education consultant to the independent schools of WA. And it was that time working as an education consultant and the experience I had in that role, which I think lends itself beautifully to this role as Learning Diversity Coach. The primary objective of the role is to observe classroom practice to ensure that all students are being catered for to the best of our ability. It's not an easy thing to be able to cater for the huge range of classrooms, but the school is committed to making sure that we can best meet their needs. In addition to this, I'm also working with some individual students to help them to be able to fit in to classrooms more effectively. I'm really enjoying my time at Monterey and I want to thank everyone for the opportunity to work with your children. I think that's been the highlight for me, is getting to meet and work with your children.
Thanks, Josh. You certainly have made an impact already. I now introduce Leon Furs, who is the Director of Learning and Teaching here at Monterey. When Leon isn't in the classroom, his role is to work with our faculty leaders and our teaching community to create the pathways we offer our students.
Back in 2020, in the second round of lockdowns, the University of Melbourne put out a series of webinars called Propel. And in the Propel webinars, the academics and experts from across the world started talking about what they called the grammar of education. By the grammar of education, they mean things from the bell times and timetables, all the way through to ATARs and assessment. At the end of the webinar series, they put out applications for a project called New Metrics for Success. We applied and we were lucky enough to become a part of that project. The New Metrics for Success partnership puts us alongside 40 schools nationwide, looking into what it means to measure success for our students. So we're going beyond the traditional curriculum and we've been working all year with the university very closely to come up with frameworks in things such as connectedness, collaboration and teamwork, critical and creative thinking, ethical responsibilities, and entrepreneurial and enterprise skills. All of the work with the University of Melbourne has informed our Year 9 to 12 Pathways programme. In Year 9 and 10, we've expanded our range of electives, and we started by asking the students what they wanted to study at Monterey College. We put out a survey, and we basically said, anything is fair game, and you tell us what you want to study. So, for example, students suggested new electives in technologies, in sports, in the sciences, and across all of our curriculum subjects. The core subjects have reduced their time from 8 periods down to 6, which has given us extra time in the timetable for students to do electives in things such as literature, journalism, creative writing, expanded offerings in wood and metal and sports, STEM, the sciences, and all of our curriculum areas. All of our Year 9s will take part in a new program called Startup. Startup is a really exciting new program which will be run by myself, Mr. Harms, the Careers Coordinator, and Miss Neeson, the Head of Humanities, which includes business, commerce, and accounting. All Year 9 students will get an individual learner profile. We'll work on their goals and their strengths and organisational skills which will set them up for their senior school studies. They'll also take part in the $20 Boss Entrepreneurial Programme from non-profit Young Change Agents. And we'll work on their careers, pathways, and future-ready skills. Moving into Year 10, our students now all have the option to complete an accelerated subject. They may choose to accelerate in a VCE subject, such as business management, health and human development, psychology, studio art, accounting, or religion and society. Or they could choose a VET. Many of the certificate VET offerings from Monterey College, HDSC, and Southwest TAFE are on offer. And finally, students in Years 10, 11, and 12 are able to apply for the Ignite program. The Ignite program is a really exciting new program and the pinnacle of the work that we've been doing with the University of Melbourne. Students with a passion or interest, a hobby, a small business, or an idea for a social enterprise can apply for Ignite and use 9 periods per cycle in which, during school time, they can work on a folio based around their passion. This folio will be assessed against those frameworks from University of Melbourne in ethics and critical creative thinking, connectedness, and they will work with mentors, many of whom are our Monterey College alumni. The mentors come from the worlds of business, commerce, entrepreneurship, law, and charity work. In Year 11 and 12, our pathways focus on VCE and VCAL options. Students can choose to go down a VCAL pathway, which is a vocational and trades-based pathway, or a VCE pathway, and both VCAL and VCE students can also take part in VET offerings. From 2022 onwards, we've adjusted our timetable so that VET sits more comfortably within the allocated time, meaning that it's a much more viable option for both VCE and VCAL students. Finally, we have also made room in our timetable for students in Year 12 to complete higher education courses through a variety of universities. In these courses, they will complete an online unit in studies such as health, education, nursing, and a range of offerings from universities across Victoria and South Australia. Students who choose to complete these units will do so free of charge and will gain access to universities and learn university and tertiary level skills, including things such as essay writing and referencing, and how to prepare for university life. Our focus with all of these changes is on creating an individual pathway for every one of our students. I would encourage any students who have any questions or suggestions to come and talk to me directly. We're also willing to work with you one-on-one to ensure that you are following the best pathway for your future in Years 9 to 12 of Monterey and beyond. For more information, visit the Monterey College website and head to the curriculum page, or email pathways@monterey.vic.edu.au. This quote from London School of Economics Director Manoush Shafiq sums up the rationale behind our Pathways program. In the past, jobs were about muscles. Now they're about brains. But in the future, they'll be about the heart.
Thank you, Leon. Another new element being introduced in 2022 is the Monterey College Sports Academy, the MCSA, a vision aligned with the establishment of the Cricket Hub and the complementary sports facilities. To drive the MCSA, we have made a new appointment, and I'd like to introduce you to Clinton Thomas, who will head up our Sports Academy program.
Hi everyone. Well, I've had a lot of inquiries since starting here a few weeks ago about the Monterey College Sports Academy. This brand new concept builds on the history of sporting excellence here at Monterey and leverages on the incredible facilities, including our new cricket hub, the indoor pool, the basketball stadiums, as well as our gym and mindfulness rooms. It will focus on the disciplines of cricket and basketball for now to develop elite student athletes whose academic performance is also important. The world of sport not only encompasses the players, but also the allied industries such as sports administration, strength and conditioning, coaching, and healthcare. We've had a lot of inquiries around how this program will evolve and develop. In 2022, we will begin with Year 9s, which will grow to include Year 10s in 2023 and up to Year 12 by 2025. Interested Year 8 students at Monterey College are encouraged to reach out before we open this to the general public. My email address is on the screen now.
Finally, many people have asked about what's happening to one of our much-loved programs, Cadets. Let's hear from Ella Sheldon, one of our student leaders, who will explain the changes in the program for 2022.
Hi. In the Monterey Cadet Unit, my rank is CUO and I'm hoping to reach the position of Adjutant. Cadets has a long-standing history at Monterey and has seen many students grow in their self-confidence and leadership skills. Part of the Year 8 curriculum is that the cadets will belong to the unit for 12 months. Part of this includes the famous May Camp, which goes for 4 nights. From Year 9 to 12, students may remain in the unit to continue their training or become part of the leadership group. Personally, I'm looking forward to going on numerous camps with this unit and share my knowledge that I've learnt through my years here.
Thank you, Ella. I hope the information presented to you has been informative and helpful in understanding the changes for 2022. In ending, I would encourage everyone interested in more specific detail of the programs on offer and the descriptions of subjects to go to the college website, monterey.com. Go to curriculum and choose the year level that you are interested in. If you are interested in VCAL or VET, we have links to HDSC's virtual tour and more information and dates and links to Southwest TAFE. As always, I remind you to contact us with any questions. Thank you for joining us today and learning about the exciting options for your child here at Monterey College.